In the journey of life, we all encounter moments when negativity seems to settle into our minds, often without warning. It could take the form of doubt, fear, or harsh self-criticism, filling our thoughts with a sense of helplessness. These moments can feel overwhelming, as though the weight of our worries will never lift. We may find ourselves trapped in a cycle of negativity, where the more we dwell on these thoughts, the more powerful they become. The good news, however, is that you don't have to be at the mercy of your thoughts. You have the ability to break free from this cycle and transform your mind from a source of doubt to one of strength, clarity, and peace. What if you could change the way you relate to your negative thoughts? What if, instead of being consumed by them, you could use them as a tool for growth and transformation? What if, even amidst life's challenges, you could find peace within yourself? The truth is, your life is a reflection of your thoughts. The way you think, the stories you tell yourself, and the beliefs you hold shape the reality you experience. If you change your thinking, you can indeed change your life. This concept is a fundamental teaching in Buddhism. The Buddha once said, "We are what we think. All that we are arises with our thoughts. With our thoughts, we make the world." This simple yet profound insight reminds us that the mind has immense power. Our thoughts are not just fleeting, random occurrences. They have the potential to create our experience of the world. Whether that experience is one of peace, joy, and fulfillment, or one of stress, fear, and frustration, depends on our mindset. In Buddhist philosophy, the practice of mindfulness teaches us to become aware of our thoughts without judgment. Rather than reacting impulsively to negative thoughts, mindfulness encourages us to pause and observe them. This creates space between our thoughts and our actions, allowing us to respond with intention rather than being carried away by the current of our emotions. This is the beginning of breaking the cycle of negativity. Awareness. When we are able to see our thoughts for what they are, just thoughts, we are no longer defined by them. Instead of identifying with our fears, doubts, or insecurities, we can recognize that these thoughts are temporary and do not define our worth or future. This shift in perspective allows us to approach life with greater clarity, responding with wisdom and compassion rather than reacting out of fear or anger. One of the most important lessons in Buddhism is that we have the power to reframe our mindset. In every situation, we have the choice to focus on what is working, on the opportunities, and on the possibilities. This is not about ignoring difficulties or pretending that life is always easy, but about seeing beyond the immediate challenges and focusing on the bigger picture. In Buddhism, this is known as the practice of right thought, cultivating thoughts that align with our true values and aspirations. By learning to shift our perspective, we can change the way we experience life. We can begin to view our challenges as opportunities for growth, and our failures as lessons that lead us toward wisdom. Each negative thought, when recognized and reframed, becomes an opportunity to develop a more positive and resilient mindset. In this video, we will explore 7 powerful Buddhist lessons that can help you defeat negativity, reframe your mindset, and embrace a life of positivity. These lessons are not just theoretical. They are practical tools that can be applied in everyday life. With patience and practice, you can transform your thoughts and your life. Together, let's begin this journey of self-discovery and growth, taking the first step toward a more peaceful and empowered life. By embracing these teachings, we can learn to navigate the storms of life with grace and wisdom, finding peace, even in the midst of chaos. Let's take this first step together and see how these ancient Buddhist practices can help us cultivate a positive, peaceful, and fulfilling life. These thoughts, instead of being pushed away or spiraling out of control, can be met with mindfulness and compassion. This is where the wisdom of Buddhism becomes incredibly helpful. In Buddhist teachings, mindfulness is a central practice. Mindfulness encourages us to become aware of our thoughts, emotions, and experiences in the present moment, without judgment or resistance. Instead of reacting automatically to negative thoughts, mindfulness teaches us to pause, observe, and acknowledge them with clarity. The act of observing creates space between ourselves and our thoughts, fostering a sense of detachment that empowers us to respond skillfully rather than becoming consumed by them. One key insight that Buddhism offers is the idea that thoughts are like clouds in the sky, ever-changing and transient. Just as clouds float across the sky, taking different shapes and forms, so too do our thoughts arise, linger for a time, and then pass away. If we cultivate the perspective that our thoughts are not permanent, we no longer feel trapped by them. Instead of feeling weighed down by a negative thought, we can simply notice it, acknowledge it, and let it move on. By recognizing that thoughts are temporary, we allow ourselves to remain rooted in the present moment, free from the tyranny of mental patterns. When a negative thought arises, whether it's worry, fear, doubt, or anger, it can often feel all-encompassing. It's easy to believe that the thought is who we are or that it indicates something inherently wrong with us. For example, if a thought arises such as, "I'm not good enough," we may immediately feel a sense of shame or inadequacy. We might spiral into self-criticism or doubt, allowing the thought to dominate our state of mind. But Buddhism encourages us to pause in these moments and practice awareness. By simply taking a moment to recognize the thought, we gain the ability to detach from it. The practice of naming the thought is one way to create this distance. When a negative thought arises, pause and name it. You might say to yourself, "This is worry," or "This is fear," or "This is doubt." By labeling the thought in this way, you create a small but powerful shift in perspective. You are no longer identifying with the thought. You are acknowledging it as something separate from who you truly are. Just like a cloud in the sky, the thought is simply passing through your mind. You have the choice to observe it without letting it consume you. This practice of acknowledging thoughts as temporary mental events allows us to respond with greater calmness and clarity. It's like stepping back and watching a storm pass, knowing it will eventually subside. If we don't intervene with judgment or resistance, the storm of negative thinking will naturally move on. The key is not fighting the thought or becoming overwhelmed by it. Instead, we acknowledge it, observe it, and allow it to pass. This brings us to one of the most powerful practices in Buddhism, the idea of non-resistance. Non-resistance doesn't mean passive acceptance or indifference. It means that we don't need to force or fight our thoughts. When we resist something, whether it's a negative thought or a difficult situation, we often end up giving it more power. Resistance fuels frustration and anxiety. But when we practice non-resistance, we create space for peaceful acceptance. We recognize that, just like clouds in the sky, thoughts are not permanent. They will shift and change in time. In addition to recognizing thoughts as passing phenomena, Buddhism also teaches us to meet our thoughts with compassion. Often when negative thoughts arise, we react with judgment or frustration. We may think, I shouldn't be feeling this way, or I should be more positive. However, this kind of self-criticism only deepens the negativity. Instead of pushing the thought away, Buddhism encourages us to respond with kindness and compassion, both toward the thought itself and toward ourselves. When a negative thought arises, instead of criticizing yourself for having it, try to meet it with gentle acknowledgement. I see you, but you do not define me. By speaking to yourself in this way, you create a sense of emotional distance. You recognize that the thought is not an accurate reflection of your true self. Just as clouds pass through the sky without changing its nature, negative thoughts come and go without altering your essence. We begin to see our interactions as chances for personal growth, helping us move away from judgment and toward compassion. Ultimately, reframing is about empowering ourselves to choose how we respond to the challenges we face. Life will always present obstacles, but it's our perspective on those obstacles that determines whether they will weigh us down or help us grow. By practicing reframing, our inner dialogue, the continuous stream of thoughts running through our minds, plays a critical role in shaping how we feel, act, and perceive the world. This mental chatter acts as a lens, coloring our experiences and influencing our emotions, behavior, and overall outlook on life. Often this inner voice is dominated by negative self-talk, phrases of doubt, fear, and criticism such as, I'm not good enough, I always mess things up, or I can't do anything right. These repetitive thoughts reinforce feelings of inadequacy and create barriers to personal growth. Over time, this negativity traps us in a cycle of self-doubt, limiting our potential and holding us back from pursuing our goals. However, there is a powerful tool to counteract this tendency: the practice of affirmations and positive self-talk. In Buddhism, mental well-being is deeply rooted in cultivating wholesome thoughts. The Buddha likened the mind to fertile soil. What we plant there will grow. Negative seeds of self-criticism and fear yield struggles, but planting seeds of compassion, kindness, and self-belief can transform our inner world. Affirmations offer a simple yet transformative way to nurture positivity. The first step is to identify the negative thoughts dominating your mind. Take a moment to observe your habitual patterns. Are your thoughts encouraging, or do they lean toward self-criticism? Recognizing that these thoughts are not facts but fleeting mental constructs is crucial. They do not define your worth or potential. Once you've identified negative self-talk, consciously replace it with empowering affirmations. For instance, swap "I'm not good enough" with "I am capable and deserving of success." Instead of "I always fail," affirm "I am learning and growing every day." Transform "I can't handle this" into "I have the strength to face challenges with grace." Speak these affirmations with the same kindness and compassion you would offer a friend in need, treating yourself as someone deserving of support and encouragement. At first, affirmations may feel awkward or insincere, particularly if you've long been entrenched in negative thinking. This discomfort signals the breaking of old, limiting beliefs. Just as a seed takes time to grow into a tree, affirmations require patience and consistency. Neuroscience supports this process through the concept of neuroplasticity. By repeating affirmations, you create new neural pathways that foster self-belief, optimism, and resilience. To maximize the impact of affirmations, connect with the emotions they evoke. When you say "I am capable," embody that truth. Notice how your posture, energy, and sense of self-worth shift. Affirmations aren't mere words. They are tools to align your thoughts with your highest potential. They gradually reshape your mental habits, replacing negativity with positivity and fostering growth. Buddhist teachings remind us that habitual thoughts shape our reality. Negativity breeds more negativity, but by consciously cultivating positivity, we create a mental environment that supports our well-being. Replacing self-doubt with affirmations is not a quick fix. It is a practice. With time and dedication, this practice empowers you to respond to life's challenges with strength, grace, and confidence, transforming your inner dialogue into a source of inspiration and growth. To the internal lessons they can teach us, this practice encourages us to move beyond surface-level reactions and look deeper into the nature of our experiences. By doing so, we uncover hidden opportunities for growth, wisdom, and understanding. For instance, imagine encountering a challenging situation at work or in your personal life. At first glance, it may seem frustrating or even hopeless. However, if you pause and ask yourself, "What can I learn from this? How can this challenge help me grow?" You begin to reframe the experience. What once felt like a burden becomes a stepping stone, a chance to develop resilience, patience, or a deeper sense of empathy. In Buddhism, this practice is closely tied to mindfulness and awareness. By staying present in the moment, we cultivate the ability to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment. This awareness allows us to recognize when we're caught in negative or limiting perspectives and provides the space needed to shift our mindset. Take, for example, the story of a farmer whose horse runs away. His neighbors express their sympathy, saying how unfortunate it is. The farmer simply replies, "Maybe." A few days later, the horse returns with a herd of wild horses, and the neighbors now exclaim how lucky he is. Again, the farmer responds, "Maybe." This story illustrates the importance of not rushing to label experiences as good or bad. By keeping an open mind, we allow ourselves to see the full picture, which often reveals unexpected blessings or opportunities. Reframing our perspective is not about ignoring difficulties or pretending that challenges don't exist. Instead, it's about choosing to focus on what is within our control, our attitude and response. This shift empowers us to approach life with curiosity and gratitude, even during tough times. By practicing this art of reframing, we train our minds to seek growth in adversity and beauty in imperfection. Over time, this habit transforms how we navigate life's ups and downs, leading to greater emotional resilience, inner peace, and a profound sense of empowerment. This passage emphasizes the transformative power of reframing perspectives, mindfulness, and community support in navigating life's challenges. Here are the key takeaways. Reframing perspectives. Shift from obstacles to opportunities. Life's difficulties can be reframed as chances for growth. Instead of focusing on challenges as insurmountable, view them as opportunities to develop resilience, patience, or new skills. For instance, "This is too hard" becomes "This challenge will help me grow." Lessons in suffering. In Buddhism, suffering, dukkha, is seen as a pathway to enlightenment, offering insights into our inner selves and patterns that no longer serve us. Emotional insights. Negative emotions, when reframed, act as teachers guiding us towards self-awareness and improvement, rather than barriers. Practices to foster reframing. Mindfulness meditation. This practice helps in observing thoughts and emotions without judgment, creating space to choose positive interpretations over negative reactions. Constructive reactions. Challenges with others such as difficult interactions, can be reframed as opportunities to practice patience and understanding. Role of community. Supportive environments, surrounding oneself with a positive, like-minded community, a Buddhist Sangha, is vital for fostering personal growth and mindfulness. Uplifting relationships counteract the draining effects of negativity. Practical steps for reframing. Observation without judgment. Use mindfulness to detach from automatic negative thoughts and observe them as fleeting mental events. Ask empowering questions. Instead of, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What can I learn from this?" Practice gratitude. Shift focus to the positive aspects of a situation to balance the challenges. Outcomes. Consistent reframing leads to increased emotional resilience, a balanced, empowered outlook on life, greater clarity, self-compassion, and adaptability in handling challenges. By adopting these principles, one can navigate life's complexities with grace, transforming difficulties into stepping stones for growth and fulfillment. The environment we create, both physically and mentally, has a profound influence on our well-being. Your surroundings, the people in your life, and the content you consume are all key factors that shape your mindset and emotional state. Here are key takeaways from this reflective piece. Curating positive content. Be mindful of the media you consume. Negative news or toxic social media can amplify stress and feelings of inadequacy. Instead, opt for uplifting, inspiring, and growth-oriented content. Whether through motivational podcasts, mindfulness-focused books, or positive social accounts, ensure your digital diet supports your emotional health. Optimizing physical spaces. A cluttered environment can lead to stress, while an organized, aesthetically pleasing space fosters peace and clarity. Introduce calming elements like fresh flowers, affirmations, or plants to invigorate your surroundings. Nature offers a unique sense of tranquility. Spend time outdoors to ground yourself and restore inner harmony. Breaking negative thought cycles. When caught in negativity, action is crucial. Small changes, like stepping outside, stretching, or a quick task, can disrupt unhealthy thought patterns. Grounding activities like cleaning, cooking, or gardening help anchor your mind in the present, providing a sense of control and achievement. Mindful action, right effort. Buddhism emphasizes right effort, encouraging mindful actions to counter negativity and foster positive mental states. By taking deliberate, thoughtful steps, you reclaim your agency over your mindset and emotions. Creating a growth-focused environment. Surround yourself with individuals and content that inspire and challenge you positively. Remember that your surroundings act as fertile soil. Choose environments that nurture your body, mind, and spirit. By intentionally cultivating a positive environment, both internally and externally, you set the stage for a life of peace, growth, and resilience. Each choice you make about your environment is a step toward inviting harmony and positivity into your life. The transformative power of gratitude and offers practical strategies to integrate it into daily life. It highlights that gratitude, rooted in mindfulness, enables a shift in focus from negativity to positivity, fostering a sense of abundance and contentment. Mindful gratitude encourages us to focus on what we have, not what we lack, helping us appreciate life's small blessings. Gratitude. Journaling. A daily practice of writing down a few things to be grateful for fosters positivity and rewires the mind to notice the good. Expressing gratitude. Actively acknowledging and thanking others strengthens relationships and builds a supportive community. Cultivating Positivity. By noticing and appreciating everyday moments of peace, joy, and beauty, gratitude shifts perspectives, even in challenging times. This approach reinforces the idea that gratitude is a tool for personal transformation, inviting contentment and joy into life, breaking negative thought patterns, practicing gratitude, and trusting the process. Even the smallest action can have a profound impact on your state of mind. A cluttered space often reflects a cluttered mind, and the simple act of organizing your surroundings can provide an immediate positive shift. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by disorder, you likely know the relief that tidying up can bring. Whether it's clearing a desk, making a bed, or decluttering a room, putting things in order creates a sense of external and internal harmony. Organizing restores control and fosters empowerment, which can help interrupt cycles of negative thinking. In addition to organizing your environment, connecting with others is a powerful tool for breaking free from negativity. Isolation often amplifies negative thoughts, whereas human connection provides encouragement and fresh perspectives. Reaching out to someone you trust, a friend, family member, or mentor, can be transformative. Even joining supportive communities can offer the encouragement needed to move forward. When you surround yourself with positive influences, you not only gain emotional support but also reconnect with a sense of shared humanity. Another effective method to redirect negativity is through creative or purposeful pursuits. Creativity allows for self-expression and exploration, breaking the cycle of negative thoughts by shifting focus to something constructive. Writing, painting, or engaging in hobbies can help you feel in control and inspired. Similarly, helping others through acts of kindness or volunteer work provides a sense of purpose, reinforcing your ability to make a positive difference. Creative endeavors and altruism remind us that we are agents of growth and change. A transformative practice for cultivating a positive mindset is gratitude. Rooted in mindfulness, gratitude invites us to focus on the blessings in our lives rather than dwelling on what we lack. Whether it's the warmth of the sun or a simple, kind word, gratitude shifts our perspective to the abundance around us. Maintaining a gratitude journal, writing down 3 to 5 things you're thankful for daily, can retrain your mind to seek positivity naturally. Expressing gratitude to others also strengthens bonds and fosters mutual respect. Practicing self-gratitude is equally vital. Acknowledging your efforts and growth helps replace self-criticism with self-compassion. Even in challenging times, gratitude helps balance perspectives by focusing on the good amidst difficulties. By centering on the present moment through mindful practices, like savoring a warm meal or taking a nature walk, you can break free from worry and embrace life's beauty. Lastly, trusting the process is a cornerstone of peace in Buddhist teachings. Life is unpredictable, with moments of clarity and confusion. Trusting the process means embracing impermanence, understanding that challenges are temporary and integral to growth. By letting go of the need for immediate results and accepting life's ebb and flow, you can navigate its uncertainties with confidence and resilience. Gratitude and trusting the process are powerful concepts deeply rooted in mindfulness and Buddhist teachings. Here's a rephrased and organized version of your message to make it clearer and more engaging. The transformative power of gratitude. Expressing gratitude uplifts not only the recipient, but also strengthens our connections with others. A heartfelt thank you can brighten someone's day and remind us that we are part of a greater whole, a community where we are supported, seen, and cared for. Gratitude often illuminates the unnoticed support we receive daily, from a barista's cheerful service to a friend's listening ear. When we make gratitude a habit, we nurture relationships and cultivate a loving, respectful environment. This practice reminds us to give back to those who contribute to our lives, fostering mutual care and kindness. Self-gratitude. A path to self-compassion. Many of us overlook the importance of expressing gratitude toward ourselves. We tend to dwell on perceived shortcomings rather than acknowledging our efforts and growth. Recognizing small victories, like handling a stressful situation with patience or showing kindness to ourselves, shifts our mindset from self-judgment to self-compassion. By practicing self-gratitude, we celebrate progress over perfection and embrace growth as an ongoing journey. This perspective enhances mental and emotional well-being, helping us appreciate the effort we put into our lives. Gratitude in challenging times. In moments of hardship, gratitude becomes even more vital. It can feel difficult to find things to be thankful for during tough times, but gratitude helps us focus on the good amidst the challenges. A friend's support or your own resilience can serve as powerful reminders of hope and balance. Gratitude doesn't negate hardship. It provides perspective, illuminating small rays of light even in darkness. Mindfulness and present moment. Gratitude, worry about the future, or regrets about the past often disrupt our peace. Gratitude anchors us in the present, offering a sense of clarity and calm. Simple acts, such as savoring a warm meal or enjoying a mindful walk in nature, remind us of the beauty in everyday moments. Observing the rustling leaves, chirping birds, or the feel of the ground beneath your feet can inspire gratitude for life's subtleties. These mindful practices allow us to break free from negative cycles and reconnect with joy. Gratitude as a way of life over time. Gratitude transforms from an occasional practice into a natural way of being. Studies show that consistent gratitude rewires the brain, making it easier to notice and appreciate positive experiences. This shift improves mood, reduces stress, enhances resilience, and even promotes better sleep. Incorporating gratitude into meditation or spiritual routines can deepen its impact. Reflecting on your blessings or reciting affirmations like, "I am grateful for the love and lessons in my life," can align your energy with positivity and set a constructive tone for the day. Trusting the process. A core Buddhist teaching. Trusting the process is about embracing life's uncertainties with faith and patience. In Buddhism, this principle encourages us to see every experience, whether joyful or challenging, as part of our growth and spiritual evolution. The wisdom of impermanence. Central to Buddhism is the concept of impermanence, anicca, which teaches that everything in life is constantly changing. Emotions, thoughts, and circumstances are all temporary, making it easier to accept life's ebb and flow. This understanding helps us trust the process, knowing that difficult situations and emotional struggles will eventually pass. Instead of clinging to the desire for immediate results, we learn to appreciate the lessons and growth that arise from every moment. Conclusion. Gratitude and trust are transformative tools that encourage us to live with mindfulness and compassion. By regularly expressing gratitude to others, to ourselves, and even during challenging times, we reshape our perspective from one of lack to abundance. Trusting the process further enriches this practice, teaching us to navigate life's uncertainties with grace and confidence. Through these teachings, we find a path to joy, resilience, and peace, cultivating a life deeply rooted in appreciation and trust. Trust that they will grow at the right time, even if we can't see immediate results. In Buddhism, the law of karma emphasizes that the energy we send into the world, through our thoughts, actions, and intentions, shapes our future experiences. By trusting the process, we trust that every positive action we take, no matter how small, will eventually return to us in a form that benefits our growth and well-being. Sometimes, it may feel like our efforts are unnoticed or that the rewards are too far off, but the universe is always at work. Trusting the process means having faith that our good intentions and mindful actions will eventually bear fruit, even if we don't see the results right away. In the same way, negative actions also have consequences, reinforcing the importance of nurturing positive thoughts and deeds. Buddhist teachings encourage us to continue sowing seeds of positivity, kindness, and patience, trusting that over time they will blossom into greater rewards. We may not always understand the timing or the full picture, but by practicing patience and perseverance, we can trust that life is unfolding as it should. Every challenge we face and every action we take is part of the larger process of personal growth and spiritual development. In summary, trusting the process is about having faith in life's natural rhythm and trusting that everything is unfolding as it should, even when it feels uncertain. Whether through letting go of control, embracing negative thoughts with perspective, cultivating patience, or reflecting on past lessons, we can learn to trust that the seeds we plant today will eventually yield results that align with our highest good. This practice helps us navigate life's ups and downs with a sense of peace and confidence, knowing that each moment, each step, is part of the greater journey. Trusting the process, a Buddhist path to peace and resilience. When we deeply understand the nature of life, we can start to release our attachment to things staying the same or working out in a particular way. Trusting the process begins with accepting that impermanence is the natural order of life. Instead of resisting challenges or wishing things were different, we can choose to see each obstacle as a temporary step on our journey. This mindset helps us accept life as it comes, knowing there are lessons in both our struggles and successes. The ability to trust that this too shall pass gives us the strength to move forward, even when circumstances are difficult. By embracing the idea that life is ever-changing, we can navigate its ups and downs with a sense of peace. Letting go of control. A key element of trusting the process is releasing our need to control. We often try to force outcomes or cling to a rigid idea of how things should be. This attachment to specific outcomes can lead to stress, frustration, and disappointment. When we practice non-attachment, we learn to release the need to control every detail and allow life to unfold naturally. Letting go of control doesn't mean being passive. It means doing our best and then surrendering the rest. This is an act of faith, a belief that everything will work out in the end, even if we cannot see the full picture. When we stop forcing things, we open ourselves to new possibilities that we may have otherwise missed. Acknowledging negative thoughts with trust. When negative thoughts arise, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by them. However, by trusting the process, we can view these thoughts with perspective. In Buddhism, there's a practice of observing thoughts without judgment. When negative thoughts come, we can simply acknowledge them and then let them go without becoming consumed by them. Rather than suppressing or fighting negative thoughts, we accept them for what they are, temporary and fleeting like clouds in the sky. By trusting the process, we understand that these thoughts too will pass, leaving space for clarity and peace. Patience, a virtue of growth. Growth takes time. This is a fundamental truth in our human experience. We often seek instant results and wish for quick changes, but trusting the process requires patience, both with ourselves and with life itself. Setbacks and obstacles are a natural part of the journey. Instead of expecting immediate progress or becoming discouraged by delays, we can cultivate patience, trusting that everything unfolds in its own time. Self-compassion is key here. It's easy to get frustrated when progress seems slow, but growth happens incrementally. Every step, no matter how small, brings us closer to our goals. Trust that each challenge helps you grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Mindfulness in the present moment. A powerful way to reinforce the practice of trusting the process is by grounding ourselves in the present moment. Much of our anxiety stems from worrying about the future or regretting the past, but when we focus on the here and now, we realize that most of our worries are based on things that haven't happened yet or things we can't change. Practicing mindfulness helps us stay anchored in the present, where we can trust the process and embrace life as it is. By focusing on the present moment, we can better navigate challenges with clarity and ease, knowing that we are exactly where we need to be. Gratitude for the lessons learned. When reflecting on our lives, we often see how everything unfolded for a reason, even if we didn't understand it at the time. Difficult moments can be catalysts for growth, pushing us to develop new skills or reconsider our approach. With time, the lessons become clear, and we can see that even when things didn't go as planned, there was a greater order at work. Trusting the process means having faith that life is unfolding for our highest good, even if it doesn't always feel that way. When we look back with gratitude, we recognize that every experience, whether joyful or painful, has value and has helped shape us into who we are today. The law of karma. Trusting the seeds you plant. Buddhism teaches the law of karma, the understanding that the energy we put into the world through thoughts, actions, and intentions will eventually return to us. This encourages us to trust that our efforts toward positivity, loving kindness, and mindful action will bear fruit, even if we don't see the results immediately. Trusting the process means trusting the law of karma, knowing that every positive action we take, no matter how small, is planting seeds that will grow over time. Patience and perseverance are key, as we trust that our good intentions will come back to us in ways we cannot always predict. Embracing uncertainty with grace. Life is inherently uncertain. We will always face unknowns, but when we let go of our fear of uncertainty and trust that life is unfolding as it should, we experience a deep sense of peace and resilience. Life may not always follow the path we expect, but it is filled with infinite possibilities, possibilities that are only available to us if we trust the journey itself. Trusting the process isn't about being passive. It's about facing each moment with an open heart, doing our best, and surrendering the outcome. It's about being patient, practicing mindfulness, and having faith in the wisdom of the journey. Every step, no matter how small, contributes to our growth. Each challenge leads us toward greater wisdom, clarity, and inner peace. Remember, life is a journey, not a race. Trusting the process is your compass, guiding you forward with faith, patience, and resilience. Trust that everything is unfolding as it should, and that you have the strength to navigate whatever comes your way. 7 Buddhist lessons for a positive mindset. In our journey to cultivate a positive mindset, these 7 Buddhist lessons offer a powerful roadmap. Recognize thoughts as fleeting. Understand that thoughts are just thoughts. They don't define us. Through mindfulness, we can observe negative thoughts without judgment and let them pass. Reframe challenges as opportunities. See challenges not as obstacles but as chances for growth. Each difficulty is an opportunity to learn and grow stronger. Positive self-talk. Replace negative self-talk with affirmations that uplift and empower. I am enough, and I can handle this, are simple but powerful tools for rewiring our mindset. Curate your environment. Surround yourself with positivity, from supportive people to uplifting content, creating an atmosphere that nurtures your mental and emotional well-being. Take deliberate action. Interrupt negative thought cycles with intentional actions like going for a walk or connecting with a friend. Each step forward helps regain control and shift momentum. Practice gratitude. Shift your focus from scarcity to abundance. By expressing gratitude, we train our minds to see the good, even in difficult times. Trust the process, embrace the unknown, and trust that each moment is a part of your journey. Life doesn't always go as planned, but trusting the process allows us to face challenges with patience and resilience. By practicing these lessons daily, we create a foundation for a peaceful, joyful, and resilient mindset. Positivity is not something that happens to us. It's something we cultivate each day, moment by moment.